In this video, I will share 3 clever phrases that spark a woman's interest, leaving her intrigued. These phrases will not only serve as a boost for you to build a relationship with a valuable woman but also to identify the right woman for you. A woman of value is one who captivates, possesses character, and reciprocates. The importance of stimulating the desire of a woman you are getting to know lies in the fact that the more you fuel this desire, the less time she wishes to be away from you. She will be drawn to get closer to you. Desire is a powerful force, and often a woman can recognize your value as a man and be emotionally connected, but still not feel the desire to be physically close. It is crucial to understand how to avoid this mistake. The first way to not spark desire in a woman is simply not to introduce any language of desire. This happens when you try to be overly friendly, fearing to disrespect the woman. Perhaps you see her as an untouchable figure, a princess, and fear to appear disrespectful. While it is noble to have this concern, women also have the fear of being disrespected. When you let this fear dominate you, you end up not expressing yourself sexually, not showing your desire in a clear way. You limit yourself to friendly language, asking common questions, talking about your day, but avoiding any bolder or suggestive expressions. When you act this way, you don't show the woman your mischievous side. It's important to understand that, in general, humans seek a duality in others, and this duality is extremely attractive. For example, if we observe the universe, it is fascinating and magnificent because it is dual, with day and night, cold and hot, among other dualities. Similarly, when you seek a woman to relate to, there is an extremely attractive archetype for men. This woman seems sweeter, gentler, perhaps even naive, but at the same time, she is sensual. Something in her style or form shows that she also feels desire and wants to be desired. When you don't express your mischievous side, you miss the opportunity to create this attractive duality that many women seek in a partner. Showing that you have both a friendlier side and a mischievous side can make you more intriguing and attractive to the woman you are getting to know. So, you seek this duality, and the woman also seeks a specific duality when it comes to desire. She wants to see a man who respects and desires her simultaneously. The interesting duality here is that he respects and desires. This information is crucial. The second wrong way that men often use when trying to provoke desire in a woman goes to the opposite extreme. While, on one side, some men choose not to express desire, remaining in a friendly language, on the other side, there are those who are excessively intense and uncalibrated. They express desire in a very exaggerated way and before the right time. This means, for example, seeing a photo of a woman you're talking to and commenting something like, "Wow, hot, huh? Delicious." Although this may work in some cases, it is more likely to work with women who are already inclined to end things and less effective with those who want a more solid and meaningful relationship. She won't want to be treated as an object for your satisfaction, like a piece of meat. On social media, you run the risk of being blocked quickly by a woman you are pursuing because of this attitude. And by a silly mistake, you may lose a valuable woman. Therefore, the first mistake is not bringing any language of desire, being excessively friendly, and not expressing your mischievous side. The second mistake is going to the opposite extreme, showing too much desire blatantly and before the right time, which can result in blocks and distancing, especially if the woman is looking for a serious relationship. The third mistake is not understanding the proper timing of the interaction. Each stage of the relationship has its own rhythm, and showing too much desire too early or too late can compromise your chances of developing something meaningful with the woman. Therefore, understanding and adjusting your level of expression of desire according to the right moment is essential to create a deeper connection. Yes, exactly. Understanding these different moments in the interaction is crucial to calibrate flirting and expressing desire properly. Here are some suggestions for each moment. First moment, initiating the conversation. Introduce subtle elements of desire in a non-invasive way. Avoid being excessively friendly, show a mischievous side lightly. Example, when we met, something caught my attention about you. I think it's going to be interesting to find out more. Second moment, creating connection in the conversation. As the conversation progresses and you dialogue, intensify elements of desire more prominently. Use more suggestive questions and responses that maintain mystery. Example, have you ever had a date that made you feel an instant connection? I can't wait to find out if that can happen between us. Third moment, physical intimacy, kisses, cuddles. As you progress to physical contact, verbalize your physical interest more directly. Use specific compliments and subtly suggest the desire to advance. Example, every time we get closer, I feel an incredible energy. You kiss in a way that leaves me wanting more. Fourth moment, sexual intimacy. When the relationship reaches the sexual stage, expressing desire more explicitly is appropriate. Communicate openly about your desires and fantasies, maintaining respect. Example, I'm looking forward to exploring more of our intimate side together. I love how our bodies connect. Always remembering that the key is in reading reciprocity and respecting the other person's boundaries. Calibration is crucial to ensure that the communicated level of desire aligns with the dynamics of the relationship. Calibrating your approach based on the stage of the relationship is crucial. The art of calibration, as you correctly pointed out, involves adjusting the intensity of your expressions of desire according to the specific moment of your interaction with a woman. Starting with subtle elements of desire during initial conversations and gradually intensifying expressions as the connection deepens is a thoughtful approach. It's about being tuned into the woman's responses, ensuring that your expressions of desire align with the established comfort level. These phrases like, "You're hot," "What a body you have," depending on the level of intimacy you're at, may be welcome, but never say these things in a first approach to avoid chances of getting into trouble, my friend. Now, bringing all this level of awareness, I will present to you 3 seemingly simple phrases that arouse a woman's desire. However, this time, you will understand the essence behind these phrases and have the ability to create your own, understanding the foundation. I want to make it clear that I'm not here just to teach you how to give a kiss, but to teach you how to fish. I want you to understand that there is a context for everything. These are not just random and isolated phrases. Especially when it comes to a woman you don't know yet, sending these phrases on Instagram is not appropriate. There is an appropriate time for everything. So, let's get into it. So, let's say you're engaged in a conversation with a woman, and you already understand what it means to be in a conversation. Suppose, during this conversation, the woman mentions something that could make you imagine something, such as she's going to take a shower, wear a nightgown to sleep, or she just got back from the gym, sweaty, and is going to take a shower. If you're in the right vibe, you'll respond with something like, "Ah, that's cool, good shower," or "Yes, good night." However, by doing this, you miss an opportunity to add a spicier touch to the conversation. What you could say is something like, "Okay." Using 3 dots, but don't say, "That's what my mind imagines," unintentionally. Notice that you've already shown your desire to the woman, but without explicitly saying it. Not mentioning what you're imagining will provoke a laugh in her. She may smile, but the desire remains. Because when you show desire for a woman, it arouses her desire for you. This is one of the elements of chemistry, and it is possible to intensify and build that chemistry with a woman. I even have a video about it on the channel. Chemistry is something you can strengthen and build with a woman, and one of the ways is to arouse desire through words. The second phrase, let's say this woman tells you some characteristic of hers, like she weighs 52 kilograms. You could respond with something like, "Light, I can lift easily." You're in the context of flirting with this woman, and by responding like this, you're painting a picture in her mind. She starts imagining you lifting her, which can have sensual and sexual connotations, arousing a dream in her mind. And in this phrase, for example, there's a play of energies, masculine and feminine energy. The feminine energy seeks protection, hugs, and being dominated by a strong man. So, when you say, "Light, I can lift easily," you're showing dominance, which can also influence this woman's thinking. Continuing with this phrase, another variation could be if the woman says she's violent during a conversation about cold or heat. You could even stimulate this type of conversation. You could be in a chat about cold or heat, about summer, and then ask if she's more hot or cold. Let's say she says she's cold, you could respond with something like, "No problem, I can keep you warm all night." This also shows the issue of protection and masculine energy. By saying, "I can keep you warm all night," you're painting a picture in her mind, a seductive phrase without going for a tone that's too sexual yet. And the third phrase that arouses a woman is ideal for a context where you saw her wearing something interesting, like a dress or red lipstick. Even if you haven't scheduled a date yet but are in a conversation, you can use this opportunity. For example, if you saw a photo of her in stories, you could comment something like, "Just don't go like this on our first date, or it'll be difficult." You can use variations, like, "Just don't wear that dress on our first date," with a dress similar to that, "It won't be difficult." This approach shows desire but in a restrained way, with respect. By saying, "It'll be difficult," you don't reveal the reason, leaving a suggestive tone. If the woman starts asking, there's a great chance she felt the desire in your phrase and wants to intensify, showing that she's getting into the playful spirit. This illustrates how mischief and calibration are essential to arouse a woman's desire without needing to be explicit, especially in the first conversations until after the first kiss. Now, tell me in the comments if you already know how to arouse a woman's desire or if you're taking the first steps in this direction. If you liked the video and found it helpful, leave your like. Strong hug and goodbye.